Happy October 4th, 2023, the end of the world as we know it. Today we're going to have at 2:20 Eastern Time to 2:50 Eastern Time, there's going to be some tests. Emergency alert system, what's the other one? Emergency broadcast system, TVs, computers, cell phones, gonna be going off. It's gonna activate different cells, frequencies in your body, turn you into a zombie. It's going to be the end. If you're living in the big city, you're done. It's over. You're not going to make it. Living out in the country, I looked for the cell phone towers. Nobody's going to make it. It's all over. Just say goodbye. Get right with God. It's all over. It's October 4th. Emergency alert system. If they tell us this far in advance, they're probably not going to do it today. Just saying. But there is a website out there where you can look up, I don't even know what it is, antenna something.com. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, you can search for cell towers within a 3-mile radius of your location. And it's radio towers too, so you'll see local ones with different people's names on it. You know, they have a radio tower. The county might have some towers where they have their broadcast systems, wireless stuff. So you can look that up and see where cell phone towers are near you. I was surprised. There was one I didn't know about. Like, it's hidden. It's on a piece of private property, and I'm like, oh, interesting. I can't imagine having a tower right there by your home. Maybe it's not so bad because it radiates outward. I don't know, instead of downward. Who knows? Maybe I'm getting hit harder because it's a mile away. But you can find out where those towers are, because that's the big fear. They're going to activate the 5G. If you've had one of the pricks, you've got certain things that have changed biologically in you. You are now a patented being. You no longer have freedom. You're not human anymore. You've been experimented on. You're now a lab rat, slave rat. And now they can manipulate you any way they want through the cell towers and the signals. They could transform you into a Walking Dead zombie today, 2:20 to 2:50 Eastern Time. That's one aspect of it. The other is they're just doing a test, and it probably won't work. You'll get phones that won't get it, and it's not going to be 100% success. I don't know. Make of it what you will, but you can crinkle up some tinfoil, wrap it around your phone, and that'll shield it if you don't want to participate. I think you can even leave it on. Maybe just turn it off. Turn the TV off, unplug the TV. Turn the computers off, unplug the computers. So, I mean, if you don't want to participate in it, then don't. But it does kind of tell you that they can reach all your devices. They can send a signal out. Couldn't do it in Maui. Nope. Couldn't send the cell signal, a message, a text message, an Amber Alert even. Nope, couldn't do that in Maui. But we're going to do it today. All right, enough. Holy cow. Bigger news. The Lotto, baby. Lotto fever. Over $1 billion again. They got to hype that on the news. Well, the winner gets half of that. If you take a lump sum. Now think about this. It's over $1 billion. You say, I don't trust the government to pay me out for 30 years. I'll take the lump sum, do something with it now before they inflate the money away. So you take $500 million out, the lump sum. You'll get half of it, basically. I guess the state keeps the rest of it. The states that are involved, they just keep it. You paid it in. Lottery is a tax on the poor. Basically, that's what it is. It's a voluntary tax to the government. All right. Somebody's got to win. Yes, 1 out of 300 million. Someone will win, one person. Buy up all the crypto. So, get your 500 million, then you get taxed on it. Then you get your personal income tax on it. So they give you a haircut at first, you don't get it all. And then they're going to give you personal taxes. They're going to, take out of it. So you might get, I don't know, 300 million out of over $1 billion. Sounds like a great deal for the government. What did they do for it? Hey, we got to pay these people to take the ping pong ball and read it. Got to do something. We paid for the machine, that blows the balls around. Ball blowing machine. That's what we paid for. Okay. So that's where we're at with that. The other big news Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy, first time in history, recalled as Speaker of the House. I think it's the first time in history. It's like over 100 years since it's happened before somebody's been, the recall, they didn't get removed, but McCarthy got removed yesterday. The interesting thing is, it would not have happened. I get why it happened. You had, you can't stop spending the money. I've talked about this before. I mean, the system that we're in, you can say, hey, we need to balance the budget. We need to, stop spending this and that. That's all fraud. It's all a scam. It's all a ruse. You can't stop spending. Can't stop spending, my friend. You can't stop spending. You just can't. Because you need more money to support the money that's out there. It's a debt-based system. Every dollar that's created has debt attached to it. In order to pay that debt back, you have to create more money. And in creating more money, there's debt attached to that has to be paid back in the future. So you never pay off the debt because the debt's always there, and you got to create more money to pay off the debt until at some point you crack everything. Then you got to have bankruptcies to, cancel the debt, because that's just what has to happen in this system. That's the way it is. Look at medical. I don't even want to get off on the medical tangent, but with medical, it's a black hole. I mean, there is an unlimited amount of money you can spend on yourself to try to stay alive. Where does that money come from? You just got to create it out of nothing, because it's not a true system of, you can go to the doctor and you get a $500 bill just for showing up in the office and getting nothing done. Well, you're paying for his expertise. I'm just going to go in with a long list. I'm going to say, hey, are any of these right for me? Any of these? I've been told to ask, are any of these right for me? Let's go in one time, ask, leave, get your prescriptions. Wow. All right, get back up. McCarthy. What's really strange is that the Democrats all voted in unison to get rid of him. It wouldn't have happened because the Republicans didn't have a vote to get rid of the speaker, but the Democrats went along with it, and I'm thinking, why would they do that? How does losing a swamp creature benefit the Democrats? You would think they'd want him in there. The only thing that stopped McCarthy was the faction of the Republican Party that definitely wanted to hold his feet to the fire, and they wanted certain things. They wanted to have more conservative government. They wanted all these, and McCarthy kind of had to kowtow to them. Well, they got rid of him, and they couldn't have gotten rid of him though without the Democrats. And all the Democrats said, get rid of McCarthy. Well, so now you've got a vacancy. You got a vacancy in the House. Anybody can be named Speaker. Doesn't have to be somebody in the House. Somebody's already nominated Donald Trump. Why would you, as a Democrat, allow that to be wide open again to where anybody could become Speaker? Maybe they figure they have enough votes and the Republicans can't unite and pick somebody. Like if you nominated Donald Trump and you put a vote on it, would all the Republicans in the House vote for him? Probably not. So they pretty much need everybody on the Republican side to get the new Speaker in. They can't really avoid that. So it's going to be an interesting circus rodeo. What am I doing? Oh, I got a little bit more mowing to do today, and I tell you what, it's killing me being out in this. I walked outside yesterday, and I was just like, stuffed up so bad. It's just the harvest. It's rough. It's brutal. Anyway, first world problems, right? At least we have food, even though it's genetically modified. It kills us slowly, kills us softly. It's all good. At least our bellies are full. All right. The other things. Sorry, it's loud. Slow down. Park the car. We'll get serious instead of rambling a little bit. AI. I noticed. I watched a news segment on it to where Gayle King, Oprah's Gayle King. She always promotes these people into existence. Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, Gayle King. It's all Oprah based. She made these people. So think of them what you will then. All right, so she was supposedly selling some weight loss gummies or some stuff. We're going to block the sun out. Dark to light, dark to light, dark to light, dark to light. Nothing can stop what's coming. Dark the light. All right, so we had Gayle King selling these weight loss gummies or something, but it wasn't really Gayle King. It was an AI generated Gayle King. Looked pretty real. It's happened with Robin Williams, like a young Robin Williams. Tom Hanks, has been AI generated, and so, the danger of AI, we need to be careful. And they call them deep fakes and AI. This has come out before, but now with AI, they just roll it out, and it's just a different name, really. And so now AI is going to be able to, fool a lot of people. So what I think this narrative, they've done this before and they're rolling it out again. There may be some actual videos, some actual real things that are coming out that they want to say, oh, that's a deep fake, that's AI generated. The radicals, they created this to harm me. But it actually might be real footage. And they might say, oh, that's AI footage. And that's going to be the plausible deniability or implausible deniability of videos that may be rolling out that are very damning videos. I'm just speculating. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. The whole AI thing, I don't know. What we're rolling into with this digital stuff, it's important, I think, to understand the flavor of what a person is, who a person is, because if someone just out of the blue says, hey, Westwood says, hey, start taking some Westwood gummies. They're really good. Lose some weight. It's like, okay, is that out of character? Is that out of the norm of, what he would normally talk about? Does that sound credible? And you almost have to, I think, credibility and reputation and really who you are and what your message is as of now going forward is going to be important. I see some people that just seem to change on a dime and it doesn't matter. They just flap in the wind. It's like, hey, guess what? I'm going to support Experian. I'm going to support. Did you see? Oh, man, it was so funny. Aaron Rodgers, he's got an injury. He's out for the season. Quarterback for the Jets, used to be the Packers quarterback. And there's a lot of controversy that he went through during the whole pandemic thing. And they said, well, have you had your prick in the arm? And he's like, I'm inoculated. Interesting word. That's what he used. He didn't say I'm vaccinated. He said, I'm inoculated. Basically, he didn't take that. Even though everybody was supposed to do it in the NFL, the pressure, oh, you need to take it. You need to take it. It doesn't look like he did. And now it's funny. He was talking about the game, the Jets versus the Chiefs on some sports show. And he referred to Travis Kelce as Mr. Pfizer. I mean, I love it when people get to the point where they just don't care anymore. They're just like, I don't care. I'm just going to say what I want, and with a straight face. He said, yeah, we held Mr. Pfizer in check. And it's just, and the hosts are just like dying. I love that. I love it when people are, I want to see more of that, just who cares? Just say it. We're in that world now where we have the platforms, we have the ability to get our voices out there, unless you're on YouTube, and then you get strikes and they ban you on the boob tube. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm using it for free. They're just stealing my energy and trying to use, create algorithms around me and shopping habits and that kind of thing. But whatever, at least I'm getting the message out, and some of you actually care to listen to me in the morning. But I like that we have the tools, and it's just, it brings out the worst in people, but it can bring out the best in people too. It can bring out the honesty. It can bring out the truth, things that people never used to say. Think about what people did not say during the pandemic. They just sat back and didn't say anything and thought, okay, we'll just kind of go with it. Now, I like that we're getting to the point where it's like, who cares? I don't care anymore. I just don't care. I'm going to say what I want. And you've got platforms to do that. So that's a good thing. Because we need, like it or not, a lot of us, role models are important. Leave me alone, would you? Role models are important. We don't realize it, but we model ourselves after people. And if you're around a person enough, you kind of start behaving like that person. If you have a certain instructor, a teacher, a father, a mother, you kind of pattern yourself after that. That's the way it is in the nature too. I guess we're part of nature, right? Unless you've taken the prick, now you're some kind of synthetic creature that's patented. Sorry, is what it is. I kind of say that a lot because it's like, what else do you say? It is what it is. Can't say anything else about it. You know, there it is. Just leave it. Drop the mic. It's important. You might not think you're a role model, but people do look to you for leadership, and they will model themselves after you. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously they do that. So it's important to kind of, I don't know, be on your best behavior, or at least know that what you put out into the universe affects somebody. So you can put out negative, and you know it's going to make somebody feel negative. If you put out positive and you try to uplift people and try to give them information and try to, you know, be good, you know, in what you do, then it's reinforcing, because you put more out there and then it'll come back to you. And that's the whole karmic thing that a lot of people look at. It's like, do unto others as you'd like them to do unto you, you know, golden rule. It's all kind of the same thing. It's to where what you put out in the universe, it will reward you with that same return. People say the law of attraction, that kind of thing. I deserve to be wealthy. God has shone his light upon me because I am favored by God. Therefore, it is okay for me to be a multimillionaire approaching a billionaire. There's that too. Can't handle that. All right, I'm going to just ramble and ramble. I had another topic, a big one that I was going to talk about, but it doesn't matter. Talk about some other time. Join us on Hash It Out tomorrow on Blind Dave's channel. I think Josiah Spackman from the DigiByte, you know, known from the DigiByte community from a few years back, really big in the DigiByte community, and kind of not necessarily involved in it anymore. I don't know what his status is, where he's at, what he's working on, and that's why we're going to have him on, because we want to find out what's going on with Josiah. So he'll be on, as of right now, it's scheduled tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time on Blind Dave's Let's Hash It Out. It'll be episode like 13 or something, 14. I don't even know which one we're on at this point, but Josiah will be there, so that'll be pretty cool. It's been a while since we've heard from him. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's working on. So, yes, look at that. And, man, 2 more days until happy hour. It's been 2 weeks, you know. Wasn't on happy hour last week. No happy hour for Westwood last week. They all went to Vegas. I didn't go to Vegas. Probably never go to Vegas ever again. But you'll be back in the groove. Litecoin Lisa and I will be doing the live happy hour. Be doing it from the bar. It's probably going to be a little chilly. Temperature's dropping. It was 88 Monday, 87 yesterday, 80 today, 70s tomorrow. I think by Friday we might hit 60, maybe low 60s. Rainy. Oh, miserable. I love it though. Nice warm bourbon or whiskey and a big fat cigar for happy hour live at 4 p.m. Central Time on the lovely Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. All right. I love y'all. It's Wednesday, middle of the week, midweek, hump day, camel day, whatever. Get over the hump. We're in the middle. We're almost there. All right. Don't trust the vampires. Don't trust the AI. Don't trust these people trying to take your money through the lotto. What a scam. Just terrible. Just terrible. Don't worry about what's happening in the House. Yeah. Oh my gosh, is the government going to shut down in November because of this? We're not going to have a House Speaker of the House. Guess what? It really doesn't matter if you take your wealth out of that vampire casino. If you take your energy and withdraw it from that casino and put it into sound things. Put it into sound money for the digital age. Look into Litecoin. Sound money for the digital age. Just saying. All right, love y'all. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Always trust yourselves.